Breaking news. The Los Angeles Chargers are making major moves this offseason, and the headlines just got real. From contract drama to career-defining moments and a potential Pro Bowl twist, what's happening right now could reshape the future of the Bolts. Stay locked in, because this is no ordinary update. It's a turning point. Hey Chargers fans, hold on to your seats, because big news is coming out of Los Angeles, and it's shaking up everything we thought we knew about this team heading into 2025. 3 major developments are unfolding, and each one has the power to change the direction of the franchise. Let's start with the biggest one. A contract storm is brewing, and it centers around Slater, the man who protects Justin Herbert's blind side. He's been the anchor of our offensive line, the shield between Herbert and disaster. But here's the deal. Slater is now entering the final year of his contract. The Chargers picked up his 5th-year option, but that only delays the pressure. Once he hits free agency, teams across the NFL will line up to throw huge money at him. And we're talking top 5 tackle money, maybe $25 million a year or more. ESPN recently called his extension the top priority for the Chargers this offseason. They're not wrong. His stats prove his value: 22nd in pass block win rate and 10th in run block win rate last season. But it's more than numbers. Slater's presence gives Herbert the time to shine. Without him, everything changes. So the real question isn't about cap space. We've got over $27 million to work with. The real question is, will the Chargers commit to their best offensive lineman? But wait, before we dive deeper into this wild offseason, if you're a true Bolts fan, hit that like button, subscribe, and smash the bell icon so you never miss the latest Chargers news. We're just getting started. Now, let's talk about the second big story, and trust me, this one's personal. So, the big question is, are the Chargers ready to lock in Slater as part of their championship core, or will they let this drag out and risk losing a pillar of the offense? But just when you thought that situation was serious, things get even heavier. Because there's another player on this roster fighting not just for a contract, he's fighting for his career. That player is Zion Johnson, our former first-round pick, drafted to be the future of the offensive line. But now, he's on the edge of being left behind. The Chargers just declined his 5th-year option worth over $17 million. That move doesn't just say, "We'll wait and see," it screams, "Prove it," or "Pack your bags." And the numbers tell us why. Since entering the league, Johnson has given up a brutal combination of 112 pressures, 67 hurries, 29 quarterback hits, and 16 sacks. Last season alone, he allowed 5 sacks, 13 hits, and 33 pressures, ranking near the bottom among all guards in the league. Now, things have gone from bad to urgent. Zion isn't just trying to hold on to his guard spot, he's in a battle with Bradley Bozeman for both center and left guard. This isn't a normal depth chart fight. This is a last-chance push to stay relevant in Jim Harbaugh's no-nonsense system, where every snap is graded and every mistake could be the one that ends your run. Johnson has to prove he can block for Najee Harris, help rookie Omari and Hampton find space to break out, and protect Justin Herbert like his life depends on it. The pressure is real, the expectations are sky high, and the margin for error is gone. But if Johnson can rediscover the quick feet and smart hands that got him drafted in the first round, there's still hope. A strong season could land him a second chance, maybe even a long-term deal. And just when you think this roller coaster couldn't take another turn, get ready, because the next storyline might be the most shocking yet. Let's talk wide receivers, because what's happening in the Chargers receiving room right now feels like a high-stakes gamble. With Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, and 2 promising rookies, the front office seems to think the room is set. On paper, that might look like enough firepower, but when you dig deeper, this approach feels more like wishful thinking than a real championship plan. And here's the painful irony. We let Keenan Allen, a future Hall of Fame receiver and the heartbeat of this offense for years, walk away. Now, the same team is reportedly eyeing Amari Cooper, a veteran with ties to our coaching staff. Why chase Cooper when we didn't fight to keep Allen? Unless there's something behind the scenes we're not being told. Cooper isn't just another name in free agency. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler with reliable hands, route-running precision, and a connection to WR coach Sanjay Lal, who worked with him back in Dallas. That chemistry already exists, and let's be real. Justin Herbert could benefit from a calm, experienced target who knows how to get open. But the front office seems content, maybe even overconfident, in rolling with unproven pieces. That's the problem. We have the cap space, we have the need, and there's a proven playmaker available. Yet we're standing still, hoping that youth and potential magically click overnight. That kind of gamble has cost the Chargers in the past, and it's starting to feel like déjà vu. This offseason has become a complete whirlwind. Slater's contract could define our future. Zion Johnson is battling to save his career. And now we're flirting with the idea of adding a Pro Bowl receiver, but only if the front office decides to act boldly. The blueprint is there, the pieces are there. But the question remains, will the Chargers take the risks that championship teams have to make, or will they once again play it safe and fall short? Because this isn't just another offseason, it's a defining moment. All right, Bolts fans, here's where things get serious. Rashawn Slater is heading into the final year of his rookie deal. The team picked up his fifth-year option, sure, but let's be real, that's just buying time. The clock is ticking, and if the Chargers don't lock him down soon, he'll hit the open market, where half the league would line up to steal him. Imagine this beast of a left tackle wearing Chiefs red or Bills blue. Yeah, nightmare fuel. And make no mistake, Slater's next deal is going to be massive. We're talking top-tier offensive tackle money, likely $25 million per year or more, right up there with names like Tristan Wirfs and Penei Sewell. But here's the difference. Slater has already proven himself. He's got 2 Pro Bowl selections, an All-Pro honor, and he's the wall that's given Justin Herbert the time to become the quarterback he is today. With more than $27 million in cap space, the Chargers can afford this. So the question isn't, can we? It's, will we? Will the front office step up and show Slater he's a cornerstone of this franchise? Or are they going to play the waiting game and risk letting another elite talent walk away? While all that's unfolding, there's another player with just as much pressure, maybe even more, Zion Johnson. Drafted in the first round to be a franchise guard, now he's fighting for his job and possibly his future in the NFL. The Chargers declined his 5th-year option, a move that says everything. Prove it or move on. And the numbers haven't helped his case. Across his career, Johnson has given up 112 pressures, 67 hurries, 29 hits, and 16 sacks. Last year alone, 5 sacks, 13 hits, and 33 pressures, among the worst in the league at his position. Now, he's in a position battle with Bradley Bozeman for both center and left guard. This isn't just about earning a starting role, it's about survival. Every snap is being judged, every block is being graded, every mistake could be his last in powder blue. And under Jim Harbaugh's no-excuses system, Zion has no room for error, but if he can find that fire, rediscover the footwork and technique that got him drafted, he might still write a comeback story. This is what makes this Chargers offseason so electric. The pressure, the decisions, the careers hanging in the balance. And next? There's one more twist that could flip this offense upside down. There's a name floating around the Chargers rumor mill, and it's one that could shake up this entire offense. Amari Cooper. At first glance, it sounds random, but it's not. Wide receivers coach Sanjay Lal has deep history with Cooper. He coached him back in Dallas in 2018 and 2019. That's not just a resume connection. That's trust, chemistry, and a proven working relationship. That kind of link doesn't happen by accident. And yet, while talks swirl around Cooper, the Chargers made a head-scratching decision earlier this offseason. They let Keenan Allen, our most reliable, most productive, and most respected wideout, walk away. Now Allen's balling out in Chicago, and we're left asking, if we didn't keep our own Pro Bowl legend, why are we suddenly looking at another aging veteran? Unless, this is bigger than we think, because this wide receiver room is a gamble, plain and simple. Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, and 2 rookies. That's a lot of talent, but also a lot of inexperience. And the truth is, Herbert needs help now. Cooper could bring veteran poise, crisp route running, and sure hands, the kind of target Herbert can trust in key moments. And let's not forget, he already knows Lal's system. That's plug-and-play potential right there. But instead of making a bold move, the Chargers front office seems comfortable, as if we haven't seen this story play out before, betting on potential, ignoring proven production, hoping it all works out. The result? A team that always looks promising, but never quite gets there. The frustration is real, Bolts fans. We've got cap space, we've got roster needs, we've got options on the table, and still, it feels like the Chargers are walking the edge between breakthrough and breakdown. This offseason could be the turning point. Slater's contract, Zion Johnson's future, and the wide receiver mystery. All pieces of a puzzle that could either form a championship team or a highlight reel of missed opportunities. So here's the question. Will the Chargers take the leap that gets them over the top? Or will we be sitting here next year wondering what could have been? The pressure's building, and we're only halfway through the story. Now let's talk about the battle in the trenches, because the Chargers' offensive line isn't just reshaping. It's being rebuilt from the ground up. We've already discussed Rashawn Slater, the cornerstone. We've covered Zion Johnson, the question mark. But what about the rest of this line? Enter Bradley Bozeman, a veteran center signed to bring experience, stability, and leadership to a unit that's been shaky at best. His arrival isn't just about depth, it's a wake-up call. Bozeman brings toughness, grit, command at the line of scrimmage, and more importantly, he's pushing everyone around him to elevate. That includes Johnson, who now finds himself fighting for reps at multiple spots, and it includes younger linemen who know that every position is suddenly up for grabs. This is Jim Harbaugh's vision at work. A physical, disciplined offense built from the inside out. No more soft edges, no more collapsing pockets, just straight-up trench warfare, and every man on the O-line better be ready to fight for it. Training camp will be the proving ground. Bozeman, Johnson, Salyer, Clapp, McFadden. It's going to be a rotating war until only the strongest survive. But here's what makes this so exciting. If Harbaugh can build a wall in front of Justin Herbert, this offense becomes dangerous. A solid line opens the playbook. It protects the quarterback. It gives room for Najee Harris and Omarion Hampton to punish defenses. The success of this entire team might come down to one simple truth. Win the line, win the game. And for the Chargers, this battle has already begun. The Chargers are standing on the edge of something massive, but the question is, will they leap forward or fall back into the same old patterns? Let's be clear, the pressure on Zion Johnson isn't just about performance, it's about survival. Every practice rep, every preseason snap, every missed block, it's all being watched, judged, graded. Why? Because this offense runs through Justin Herbert, and protecting him isn't optional. It's everything. Johnson's job is on the line, and now he's got to do more than just hold his own. He's got to open running lanes for veteran Najee Harris and rookie Omarion Hampton, two backs who thrive on space. He's got to keep Herbert's blind side clean against some of the most dangerous pass rushers in the league, and he's got to prove, once and for all, that the Chargers didn't waste a first-round pick. This is Jim Harbaugh football now. Physical, gritty, relentless. You execute or you get replaced. Simple as that. But while the battle in the trenches rages on, there's another storyline brewing, one that could completely flip this offense on its head. The wide receiver mystery. We've heard the buzz around Amari Cooper, a veteran Pro Bowler still sitting in free agency. The connection to wide receivers coach Sanjay Lal is real. The experience is there. And the hands? Still some of the best in the game. So the idea of Cooper landing in LA isn't just talk, it's strategy. But here's where the frustration kicks in. We had a sure thing in Keenan Allen, and we let him go. Now we're betting it all on Ladd McConkey, Quentin Johnston, and a couple of rookies to deliver playoff-level production. That's not a plan, that's a gamble. And it's the kind of gamble this team has made too often in the past. We're not short on cap space, we're not short on needs, we're just short on boldness. And that's what separates playoff teams from champions. So now the Chargers are sitting at a crossroads. They've got the pieces. A star QB, a dominant left tackle, a new coaching regime, and a potential Pro Bowl receiver waiting in the wings. The only question that matters now is this. Will the front office finally push the button? Or will we be looking back on another offseason full of almosts and what-ifs? The stakes are real. The spotlight is on, and the clock is ticking.